A Titan of a Man, the story of Coach Paul Doc Hines by Paula Hines Lonergan. Copyright 2012. Chapter 2, Remember the Titans Fever, Part 2. My excitement upon receiving the news from Coach Boone about the movie motivated me to use my newly developed skill as a web designer to create a website about the Titans and provide the public greater insight and information about the movie. Then I made a website for my father located at www.coachpauldochines.com. I wanted to share his legacy as an educator, counselor, teacher, athlete, coach, humanitarian, and beloved husband and father with others. In 2002, Greg Allen Williams, the actor who portrayed my father in the movie, wrote me a letter. In the letter, he told me, "It was an honor to portray your father, Paul Hines. It is men like him who so often make the crucial difference in the lives of others." When I received his letter, my heart was touched. I agreed with its sentiments because I've always appreciated the positive impact my father has had on my life. So, motivated by the story and its response, I started writing a manuscript on June 10, 2002. It was about my father's life story in connection to the T.C. Williams Titans. In the book, I wanted to focus on his contribution to my life and to the lives of so many others. I finished the first draft of the 300-page manuscript 1 month later on July 10, 2002. After writing the manuscript, I wasn't sure what to do with it. I was encouraged by my neighbor Lee to pursue its publication and thus sought out a publisher. Yet, it was no avail. In fact, I found it a rather time-consuming and discouraging endeavor trying to find a traditional publisher to publish my book. Nevertheless, I waited 9 months for a publisher to accept my manuscript and ultimately received 15 rejection letters. I must admit, I was getting discouraged. But my father lived by the mantra, mind over matter. If you don't mind, then it doesn't matter. The principle of this life lesson is what helped generations of young people, including myself, to grow to be the best we could be as we followed my father's example. So, I didn't allow myself to be deterred in my publishing efforts. During that time of discouragement, one of my father's former T.C. Williams Titans players, Tom Lewis, wrote to me in an email, "I am a great fan of your father. He was my football offensive line coach during his first and second year at T.C. Williams High School. I was the starting center that very first game. Those 2 years playing for your father served me well later in life. I often remembered him looking at us and saying, 'If you don't mind, it don't matter,' as we worked our butts off." In all seriousness, it was his mannerisms, his quotes, his general example that I reflected on as I matured as an adult. Through various jobs, the Navy, then college, and now as a medical equipment engineer, I often tell stories of those football practices with your father. I owe your father a great deal. He still encourages me on even after all this time. Tom Lewis learned tenacity and the importance of overcoming obstacles with the mind over matter, if you don't mind, then it don't matter attitude. This does not refer to spiritism, demonism, or witchcraft, nor is it extraterrestrial intervention, healing, or levitation, or even connected to Buddhism, Hinduism, or Eastern philosophy. To be continued. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can continue to receive updates on my upcoming videos in the next couple of weeks. The story continues. Check out the next series.